Steph mentioned, whenever she sees you with the two black eyes, she smiles in a way because it just exemplifies your toughness. Do you feel tough in these kinds of situations with these two black eyes?
I mean, that's what people keep telling me. Every time she sees me, she smiles and then she says, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, you don't need to be sorry. This is what it is. And when I'm playing, like, I forget about it, and then I go look at the mirror. I'm like, oh shit, they're still there. So yeah, I don't really think too much about it because I don't necessarily feel them all the time.
Yeah, and you're still able to see completely fine?
Yep.
All right.
Nothing's changed.
All right.
I just need to get the swelling to go down in my forehead. So I put a patch, slept with it the next day, woke up, and I was like, okay, the bump is almost gone, but now I have two black eyes. So that was tragic. But I mean, it's at this point, it's unfortunately won't be able to hide it. People know, so just rolling with it.
Were you able to hide it for the photo shoots?
The makeup artist did a really, really, really good job. And people that hadn't met me before were like, oh, I can't even tell. I'm like, okay, that's good. We'll take it. But I'm hoping they'll do some editing. And
that's the sound of the system. That's the truth of the league that the cameras try to hide. You be on a team one day. Gone next. Odyssey Sims wasn't just talking about herself. She was exposing the brutal reality that serves as the backdrop for one of the most vicious betrayals we have ever seen in professional sports. While the Indiana Fever were selling you a story of resilience and teamwork, they were quietly executing a coup against their own superstar, Caitlin Clark. And the ringleader, the one who delivered the final public message that the coup was complete, was none other than Aliyah Boston. Her Next Woman Up speech wasn't a celebration, it was a declaration of war. And tonight we expose the evidence that proves it. Stay with me because the story they don't want you to know is that Caitlin Clark isn't just injured. She's been betrayed, abandoned, and erased. To understand the betrayal, you have to understand the lie. The lie is beautiful, seductive, and powerful. It's a story of a team, battered by injuries, that digs deep and finds something special within themselves. It's a story told by their coach who paints a picture of unimpeachable character and sacrifice. The character of these women who sacrifice every single day. These are powerful emotional words, and they are the foundation of the lie. Because what happens when that sacrifice goes too far? What happens when a player is sacrificed not for the good of the team, but for the good of a narrative? You get Lexie Hull. The competitor video wants you to see her as a symbol of toughness, playing through two black eyes. But we have to ask the questions they are afraid to. Was she a hero, or was she a pawn? Fans across the league are asking if the Fever's medical staff deliberately downplayed the severity of her injury just to keep a body on the court. After a collision so brutal she was hospitalized for evaluation, she was right back out there. Her own mother had to jump on social media to do damage control, calling her a tough kid. But was that a proud parent? Or was it a family trying to protect the team's official story? The story is that this team is full of warriors. But what if they're just victims? Listen to Lexie herself. Does this sound like a warrior, or someone trying her best to pretend she isn't in pain?
On Tuesday, you got checked for concussion, facial fracture. Just how much of a sigh of relief was it that you didn't have concussion or any kind of fracture in your face?
Yeah, honestly, when it happened, I was like relieved because I could feel myself like I was good to go. Like I felt completely with it. They did all the tests they needed to do and put ice on it right away, try to keep the swelling down. But I felt good knowing that obviously it could have been a lot worse, and I'm grateful for the people online wanting to check on me and make sure that I'm okay, but I am okay.
I am okay. She says it, but do you believe it? She admits the day she woke up with two black eyes was tragic. She admits she was checked for a facial fracture. This isn't just a minor bruise, this is a brutal injury being used as propaganda. The narrative "We beat LA for Lexie" became a rallying cry, a perfect piece of emotional manipulation to make you feel sympathy, to make you believe in their toughness. But what it really did was distract you from the real question. Why were they so desperate to win without Caitlin Clark? They needed a new hero, a new story, because they were in the process of getting rid of their biggest star. This is where Aliyah Boston enters the frame, not just as a player, but as the enforcer. On the surface, her performance was legendary. 22 points, 11 rebounds, and a career-high 6 steals. She sealed the game with a defensive stop in the final seconds. She was, by all accounts, the hero of the game. But what if that performance wasn't fueled by a desire to win, but by a desire to prove a point? Insiders and analysts have been decoding her post-game comments. suggesting her next woman up philosophy wasn't just motivational speak, but a direct response to the betrayal and abandonment surrounding Caitlin Clark's mysterious absence. For 17 straight games, Clark has been gone. The official reason is a groin injury, but the silence from the team, the lack of updates, the months of day-to-day listings have been deafening. It's unprecedented for the league's most valuable player. Now, a viral theory claims it's all a lie, that Clark is being deliberately kept on the sidelines as part of a league-wide agenda to humble its brightest star. They say her $11 million value makes her a threat to the established powers. And the proof, the shocking confirmation, may have come from one of Clark's own teammates. On her podcast, Sophie Cunningham accidentally exposed the entire conspiracy, admitting that Clark could be playing if it wasn't in the WNBA. Let that sink in. She could be playing. The league, the physicality, the system is what's keeping her out. Not an injury, a war. And in that context, Boston's words change from inspiring to chilling. It's no longer about filling a spot, it's about seizing power. Boston's dominant night wasn't for the team. It was an audition to be the new face of the franchise. She was showing the world, the coaches, and the front office, I can carry this team. You don't need her. The next woman up wasn't a call for unity, it was a kill shot. And the most heartbreaking part? The rest of the team fell right in line. They bought into the new world order. They embraced the coup. Listen to this. This is the sound of a team convincing themselves that they are better off, that they are happier, without their superstar. This is the sound of betrayal. No matter who comes in, no matter who steps up, we're all just really happy for each other. Happy. That's the word they used. Not determined, not focused, not resilient. Happy. Happy that the player who brought millions of eyes to their league, who sold out their arenas, who made them relevant, was sitting on the sidelines in street clothes. They weren't just surviving without Caitlin Clark, they were thriving. They were enjoying it. Every steal, every basket, every defensive stop wasn't just a play against the LA Sparks, it was another shovelful of dirt on Caitlin Clark's career in Indiana. It was a message to the league. We endorse this. We are part of this. We are happy to move on. That is the character of these women. That is their sacrifice. They sacrificed their biggest star to fit in. The win itself was a masterpiece of this new, ruthless identity. It wasn't clean. It wasn't pretty. They admitted it themselves.
Going up just like the last few years, just up and down, in the league, out the league, hardship, contract being cut, all of that stuff, really doesn't matter. I think I'm a human definition of you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I think every opportunity that has been given to me, I'm taking full advantage of it. These opportunities that you can't let slip away. You never know what tomorrow brings. You never know, you be on the team one day, gone the next day. So just being able to come in and just stay ready, have my energy flow to my teammates, and just be positive. Like I said, I'm with a good group.
Resilience, coming back and just having that great floater for the win. Can you guys just talk about the camaraderie, everything that's happened with the team, the injuries, and just how you guys have been able to coalesce as one cohesive unit despite all of everything that's happened?
Yeah, honestly, I think from the start of our season, we've talked about a season's not going to be perfect, and if something happens, next woman up. And I feel like that's really been the story of our season. With everything that's happened, people we've added, no matter how late in the season, it's been...
It was ugly. Of course it was ugly. Betrayal is always ugly. A coup is always ugly. They didn't win with style or grace. They won with grit, with desperation, with key defensive stops and key offensive rebounds. They won like a team that knew their jobs were on the line, that they had to prove their loyalty to the new regime. They had to prove that Aliyah Boston's declaration of war was one they were all willing to fight. And they did. They beat the Sparks 76-75. They secured their playoff spot. They solidified the narrative. The lie is now the truth. The Indiana Fever are a tough, resilient team that can win without Caitlin Clark, but we know what this victory really was. It was the final nail in the coffin. It was the proof of concept the front office, and maybe even the league, needed to see. They proved the system works. You can take the biggest star in the game, sideline her with a mysterious injury, create a propaganda campaign around another player's gruesome facial injuries, and have the team's second-best player declare a new world order, and the fans will cheer. They'll call it resilience. They'll call it toughness. But we will call it what it is, a conspiracy, a betrayal, an erasure. The question is no longer if Caitlin Clark will come back. The real question, the one that should keep every fan up at night, is has Aliyah Boston's war already been won? And is there anything left for Caitlin Clark to come back to? The silence from the Fever's front office is your answer, and it's terrifying.